Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video we're going to be encapsulating nail foils in acrylic, which is one of my favourite things to do with foils when I'm working with acrylic. So I really hope you all enjoy watching. Now I have already applied my tip and a thin clear base, and I'm going to start off by coming in with CJP Snow White. So I've already done my clear base with the CJP Crystal Glass. I didn't record that, but if you would like to see those kind of steps, then do let me know in the comments below. So I'm starting off by just painting on a thinnish layer of the Snow White. Snow White is, I think, the most pigmented white from CJP, but I do find it a little bit more tricky to work with compared to some of their other whites. Usually I will use coconut milk because I do find that a little bit easier, but I had Snow White to hand, so I come in with that. Now, when I first placed this down, I forgot to blend it back, so it was a little bit difficult to fade back, which is really important when you are doing an ombre. But I do just come in with another bead to fix that up a little bit. But I'm just focusing now on getting a thin, even layer of this down. I want it to be as smooth as possible because I'm going to be placing my foils over the top of this. So that's why I'm doing a lot of patting and pressing and then brushing the colour down. Because it's very pigmented, you can work with it nice and thin and still get a full cover white. Now I have left this video in real time so you can see exactly how fast or slow I work. And I also just want to take a moment to ask how you are all doing. We're very nearly in December. I can't believe it's the 1st of December tomorrow. Are you all looking forward to Christmas? I have two very excited children who can't wait for Christmas. We've just put our tree up, so everything is feeling super festive. So I thought it was a perfect time to start popping out some Christmassy / winter nails. So as you see there, I just popped down another small bead of that white acrylic just so that there was a little bit more of a fade. And then what I'm going to do is I left this now actually to set. So I left the acrylic to dry before coming in with my foil gel, which is super important. You want to make sure it has fully set. And then I'm coming in with my Kiki London foil gel, and I'm just painting this on directly over that acrylic, getting down a nice thin even layer. So I do brush over it a couple of times. Where we're working over the acrylic that hasn't been filed, it can be a little bit uneven. So I'm trying to make sure my layer of foil gel is super smooth. Then I pop that in to cure for 30 seconds. So while it's curing, I thought I would show you the foil we're going to be using. So this foil is from Kiki London. This is from, I think it's called their Festive Gold Mix, and it's a beautiful snowflake foil. If you'd like to see the sort of swatches of the new Kiki London foils, then do check on out my videos on the Kiki London YouTube channel. I will leave it linked below. So now my foil gel is cured, I'm placing that foil down directly on top of it. And I'm just giving it a rub to begin with my fingers just to make sure it's made a good contact with the foil gel. Then I'm going to take my Kiki London silicone tool, and I'm going to use this end here. It is double-ended and both ends are slightly different. I find this end a little bit firmer, so it's great for foils. And I'm just going to really rub that foil down, making sure to really smooth it out, making sure it's got really good contact. And this way I find that that foil is gonna fully transfer. Then I'm going to start slowly peeling it back. I'm peeling it back slowly so that if any hasn't transferred, I can pop it back down. But as you can see, every single little piece has fully transferred. I love the Kiki London foil gel. It is an amazing product. Now I am going to be doing an ombre, so I'm coming in with CJP Vanilla Shine, and I'm going to be ombreing this over our foil. So I'm going to come in and just pick up a small bead of the Vanilla Shine to begin with, just to see how it worked over the foils. Now some foils can handle acrylic and the monomer, and they don't it doesn't ruin the image. Some foils on the other hand don't, and the image starts smudging and disappearing like it's washing away as if you were going over it with acetone, for example. So do test it out before you sort of commit to doing a design. I found with these Kiki London foils I was able to encapsulate all the ones I've tried in acrylic with no problems. But I do just like to start off with that small bead if it's a foil that I haven't encapsulated in acrylic before. So I pop that small bead down and I'm just gently fading it over the foil, being really careful that I'm not scrubbing the foil too much with my wet brush. And then I'm just going to continue doing this until I've covered that natural nail bed area and built up all of my product. So I'm coming in with my cuticle bead, tapping it up into place at the cuticle, getting as close to that cuticle as possible. Just tapping the bead from side to side, and then I'm going to pull the top of that down again to start building up our fade. So I'm working quite slowly, as you can see, because I don't want to get any where I don't want it to go. So if you was working on a client here, you wouldn't want any of this product to run back and touch the skin or the cuticles. And then again, I'm only going slowly and I'm gently feathering that product down because I don't want to pull too much of my acrylic down the nail. I don't want to cover too much of the foil because I love that pretty pattern that it has on there. But I do love the sort of dimensional look it gives off with some of the snowflakes being slightly covered by the vanilla shine. So I'm just going to build up that fade a little bit more and bring it a little bit more down the nail. So I'm coming in with another bead over the top of the previous beads and just doing the exact same again. Really soft, gentle, feathery motions. And as you can see, it's just giving off that really subtle shimmer over the rest of the foil as well, which really added to it and give it a different effect. And I'm really loving these festive gold foils, especially out of all the new foils that Kiki London launched, because I just love how pretty they look. They have the gold snowflake, but there's kind of like a pop of yellow behind them, which really makes the gold stand out. It's really hard to describe, but I popped them over a creamy base the other day on the Kiki London channel, and I was blown away by how pretty and festive they looked. So now we've finished the fade, I do need to come in and encapsulate the entire nail in clear. So I'm taking my CJP crystal glass and I'm just starting off by placing my bead of acrylic down at the fade. I'm going to blend that back. Now I don't need to add too much acrylic down at the cuticle and apex area, as I have built a lot of it up with the vanilla shine, and vanilla shine is a strength powder, but I do come in and just encapsulate it a little bit, but I'm mainly encapsulating the fade and the very tip of the nail. So when it comes to encapsulating, that's when you're going to build up all your strength and structure for the nail. So you do need to make sure that you're building up your apex and that your tip is not too thin, as otherwise this is going to cause breakages and snapping. So I did just come in with a small bead just because it was looking a little bit uneven, and I do like to get my acrylic application as even as possible because then it saves on the finish filing. So I'm just making sure to smooth all that out, and I'm always checking the nail from all different angles to make sure that I'm happy and that there's enough product down there. Then at the very tip of the nail was looking a little bit thin, so I just come in with a small bead, I can't get my words out, just come in with a very small bead at the tip of the nail, place that down and blended it back so that I was leaving the bulk of that product where it was needed. And then now that I have fully encapsulated, I'm going to off camera allow this to set, and I did do all of the filing and buffing off camera as well, and then wiped over the nail with a little bit of acetone to make sure it was free of any dust. And we're then ready to come in and top coat. So I'm top coating using the Kiki London No Wipe Rubber Top Coat. This is one of my go-to top coats at the moment. I do really love a rubber top coat. Not necessarily needed over acrylic nails, but I do love the shine that this one gives off. So that was why I just went for this one. So once I've applied my layer of top coat, I'm going to pop this in my LED lamp to cure for 60 seconds. And then that, guys, is the end of the design. So I thought this was a really pretty nail, and I would happily wear a full set of these because I love ombres and foils combined. Do let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I would love it if you hit that subscription button. As of tomorrow, I do have my Charlie's Nail Art advent calendar videos going up, so do check those out as well. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Bye bye.